Hi, I'm Paul from Athletics Weekly, and I'm here in Tokyo for the 2025 Tokyo Marathon. This is the first 2025 major of the year, and it's got some big names in it. Joshua Cheptegei being just one of them that promises, I think perhaps he's due a very fast marathon. He ran 2:08 or just under 2:09 in Valencia in 2023, but people were expecting a lot more of him, and I think 14, 15 months later he may have something to offer in that respect. But the guys at the magazine asked me to do this little piece, really to say something about my personal marathon journey and what that has involved and what it means to me. This will be about my 12th marathon, I think. I stumbled into marathon running on the back of being kind of a miler and a 5,000 metre runner, and the opportunity via work came about in the year 2000 to run the New York Marathon, and I was totally unprepared for that, but I'd ran a few half marathons. I'd previously won the British Half Marathon Championship, and I had a best at the half of 64:55. So I said I'd pacemake a friend in New York, and he wanted to do sub 240, and I ended up running 2:39:59. So job done in that respect. And marathons still weren't on the agenda until 2 years later in Chicago, when, again, via work, I was in the city and managed to get an entry into that race. And whilst I recorded a PB of 2:35 in Chicago, I did blow up a little bit, and it was a lesson learned, because I'd kind of tried to hang on to a certain Miss Paula Radcliffe who had quite a good run that day. And after going through halfway in 1:10 flat, I felt rather comfortable, but I did also think to myself that I can't really do that again. So I faded quite significantly and ended up running 2:35. Of course, Paula ran significantly quicker. And it's interesting that Paula she's had an amazing marathon career, and she's returning again to Tokyo to try and complete the 6-star journey with Tokyo and April next month. Boston, sorry, in April next month. And that's kind of become a little bit of a factor, I guess, for many people doing the 6-star majors journey. And Paula wants to tick that box. And I'm hoping to also do, obviously, complete Tokyo this weekend and Boston as well. And it would have taken me 25 years to get the 6 stars. So there's been quite a little bit of journey in between. And after Chicago in 2002, and kind of blowing up quite significantly, shall we say, I was really quite put off by the distance, and I didn't run another marathon until 2017. And really only then it was one that we kind of stumbled into, and I ran Stirling Marathon to 50 something. And I've never trained for the marathon. It's always been something that, I don't know, I really didn't see, I didn't have the focus that I did for training for 5K to put the work in for the marathon distance. And it's only really when I ran Berlin in 2022 and 23 that I really tried to focus on the distance and train more specifically for it. Always been a relatively low mileage kind of guy, about 50 miles a week. But I ran a 2:39 and a 2:40. And now being aged 55 or 56 now, I do consider that to be one of my better runs over the distance. So that brings us up to where we are right now. The last few months have been pretty good. I ran, for the age group, for that 55, I ran a UK best time for 2024, low 56 minutes. So pre-Christmas in good shape. Ran 16:22 for 5K about 4 or 5 weeks ago. So again, a little bit of speed. Hopefully I've done enough distance-wise, and hopefully we'll see something around the 2:40 mark. Weather here this weekend is promising to be very good. almost no wind is anticipated in the morning. Temperature is around 11 degrees at the start, rising to around 14, so it may be a little bit warm. It's certainly been a very bright day today. Just been walking around in a t-shirt. Been doing plenty of miles on the feet in the city. It's a massive city. There's lots to explore. So hopefully I'm not too tired out by the doing the tourist stuff. But you know, Tokyo itself and Japan is an amazing place to visit. It's been a wonderful trip so far. So yeah, that's a brief potted history of my marathon journey. It all it all starts with the first one, I guess, and you know, in thinking about preparing this video, I wondered about what to say and how to look at the marathon. I was spending most of the morning, you know, contemplating what kind of things to talk about. And I think it's been such a long journey for me, 25 years of marathon running, not that many. I'm averaging one every 2 years, only just. But in that 25-year time, when you come to a place like Tokyo with all the technology, I'm recording this on an iPhone. iPhones were mobile phones invented 25 years ago? I can't remember having one back then. The world has changed in 25 years. Technology has moved on. Running shoe technology has moved on, and that's kind of my area in writing for the magazine, looking at the shoes. So I remember after that New York race, could hardly walk for a week. Now you recover much quicker in the new shoes. But yeah, the world's evolving, it's moving on, marathon running is moving on. So hopefully we might see something very special tomorrow. Hopefully I'll feel that I've had a special run as well. Fingers crossed for that. So if you are running, good luck. And we will see you after the race and then perhaps in Boston next month.